Hello and welcome to my channel, Book Chat with Me. I'm Joe, and today we are going to be talking about a book that I think most people have heard of, but their experience with the material is mostly from the movie. Today our subject is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Now, this is an absolutely fantastic read, and honestly, if you've only ever seen the movie, you probably have a really good idea of what the book's about because while there is some material missing and some things changed in the movie, like most book to movie experiences, they did a really good job of staying true to a lot of the source material. So, for the most part, the movie is pretty accurate, which is kind of a breath of fresh air because some book to movie media really does struggle to stay true to a lot of the character development and the original source material. And it was nice because I had read the book before I watched the movie. And so I was expecting it to skip over a lot of my favorite parts, and it didn't. So that was really nice. Um, So, if you've only ever seen the movie, or you haven't even heard of it, or are just looking for something new to read, I highly recommend this book. It's a very good book. I'm going to read the inside of the dust jacket here to give you a brief synopsis. So, I'll try not to include spoilers, but that might be a little bit difficult. Buttercup, a farm girl in the kingdom of Florin, between what's now Sweden and Germany, this was before Europe, wasn't the world's most beautiful woman at age 15, nor even the third most beautiful, nor the sixth. In point of fact, she was barely in the top 20, and that based on potential, for she hated fussing over her looks. What she liked to do was ride her horse and taunt the farm boy. The horse came when she called it, and went where she steered it. Yet the farm boy, Wesley, a young man actually, was even more obedient. "Farm boy, fetch me this," Buttercup would say. "Get me that, farm boy." No matter what she demanded, he always answered simply, "As you wish." At least that's what she thought. He was really saying, "I love you." But it wasn't until she'd turned 17 that Buttercup heard him right. A farm boy had limited prospects, and thus on the very day Buttercup declared her heart, Wesley left for America, promising to send for her when he'd made his fortune. And I'm not going to read any further than that because it's going to include some major spoilers. So, if you want to find out what happens with Buttercup and the farm boy, you really need to crack this book open and take a look for yourself. It's a book that's kind of it is fantastical in nature, obviously, um, but it includes a lot of very heartwarming and endearing moments, and it's really really well written, and you get some very funky characters. Uh, there's Fezzik and Inigo Montoya, who I think a lot of you, if you know his famous line, comment it below for me. There's the Sicilian. There's Prince Humperdinck, which I found very funny that his name was Humperdinck when my mom was telling me that one of her favorite singers when she was around my age was Engelbert Humperdinck. And I found that hilarious for some reason. Um, but yeah, this is an extremely, extremely good read. And I think it's gonna kind of become a tradition for me to read the the first couple lines from the first chapter, kind of to whet everybody's appetite. Oh my goodness, I should have put a mark in here. Here we go. Here we are. The year that Buttercup was born, the most beautiful woman in the world was a French scullery maid named Annette. Annette worked in Paris for the Duke and Duchess de Guiche, and it did not escape the Duke's notice that someone extraordinary was polishing the pewter. The Duke's notice did not escape the notice of the Duchess, either, who was not very beautiful and not very rich, but plenty smart. The Duchess set about studying Annette, and shortly found out her adversary's tragic flaw. Chocolate. So as you can see, this has some moments in it that are quite fun. Um, and if you would like a read that is very enjoyable and has just about everything you could want in a book, there's love, there's fighting, there's intrigue, there's poisoning, there's all this good stuff, then you should definitely pick up The Princess Bride and just see what you think, because it's really worth the read. Um, as always, please comment down below any discussion that you would like to have about the book, any questions you might have. Have you read it? Have you only watched the movie? What are your thoughts on it? If you want to, leave a book recommendation, and it could possibly end up in a video. We'll see. Again, I don't really think that this is going to end up being something professional for me. It's more just kind of a fun little hobby. But yeah, if you want to, leave a like, let me know how I'm doing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.